Go ahead.
Hello, welcome to our presentation. My name is Angie Gebhardt.
And my name is Kenya Lopez, and together we're going to be presenting branding yourself. We chose this topic because we wanted to bring something new to you, especially in our recent Zoom workshops that we're doing, something a little bit more fresh, get you excited about branding yourself. So hopefully you enjoy this presentation.
So our goal is to just show you a little overview of what personal branding is, the importance of branding oneself, and we're going to show you some tools to develop your brand.
Okay, so first off, what is branding? Branding is a name, a term, design, feature, or symbol that identify a product or a service from others, like Starbucks, Dutch Bros, and Dunkin' Donuts. They all sell coffee. Everyone's crazy for coffee, but we all distinguish each brand by the symbol. Like everyone knows Starbucks, the green siren, and Dutch Bros, Dunkin' Donuts. But they all want to stand out. That's one thing. They all sell coffee, but they all have special ingredients, special ways they serve their coffee so that they stand out, their brand stands out from the other ones. And branding is a market term, tool utilized to create a business name, logo to appeal to potential consumers. A brand is a set of expectation, memories, stories, and relationships that taken together account for a consumer's decision to choose one product or service over another.
All right, so how does personal branding relates to the entire branding? Pretty much you want to tell the world, who are you? And even though similar to the business branding, you're not promoting a product. You're promoting your talents, you're promoting your skills, and you're promoting your personal image. So you want to tell the world what makes you apart from others, what is your pitch, and what is your power. We all have powers. And most important, what are your values and what are you loyal to? So personal branding, it's not about a product. It's all about you. It's telling a story about who you are and what makes you different and what makes you a different candidate from the rest of the other crowd, right? And the power that you have, not only to what you can do, but the power to influence others. And the most basic tool used to create a brand is your name and your reputation. So making sure that the digital print is similar to the one that you're portraying in person is so important. And we're gonna show you a really good example of how that can actually impact your image or your opportunities in a positive or in a negative way.
Okay, so why is personal branding important? Personal branding is important because it creates endless opportunities that can improve your life in different areas such as employment, promotion, or education. Building your own personal brand is important because you have to know and articulate what value you bring to the marketplace. You want to be considered for these opportunities. To understand a bit better the importance, consider why you visit some of the websites more than others, or why do we reach out to certain people more than others for advice? The answer is simple: you trust their brand. Building our brand should be as important to us. This means that our storyline should be aligned across every platform. Your reputation and behavior are major ingredients in developing a personal brand. Most of the time, our social life is linked to our professional life, and we must be careful about what we post or say online and in person. Let's take a look at an example that we have. Okay, so as you can see, this is an internship, and this lady, sorry, was excited that she got accepted as an internship for NASA. And she went on Twitter, which is what most people do. We go and we put it all over social media. We explain how excited we are for whatever great opportunity we were able to get. And we do sometimes use words that we probably should not use. And here you can see that one of the main national space consuls actually saw the tweet and commented on it. And of course, it was probably not the best first impression to be giving someone, especially NASA, but we live and we learn. And okay, and I'll hand it off to Angie.
Angie, you're muted.
Sorry. As a result, the person was removed from the internship, and the impact that it had on her reputation was really negative. The good thing here, something good came out, was that she apologized to the individual and the individual apologized back to her. So it was like they both knew they were in the wrong to call each other out, but at the same time, you have to be mindful of everything that you post out there, because you don't know who is watching everything that you do and who's observing the type of behavior that you perform. All right, so the purpose of creating a personal brand is to help you stand out, and it's gonna help you develop yourself, create a story, communicate that story, and market that story. So how is it gonna help you stand out? It's simple. It's just you need to be able to identify what makes you unique. So presenting those unique skills and characteristics that will make you an excellent candidate is what's gonna make you excel from the rest of the crowd. And then how is it gonna help you develop yourself? It's because you need to know how you're growing, like what skills are you learning, and how are you building community? Everywhere that you go, you build a community. And most important, how are you serving others? And how does it help you create a story? Well, if you're able to tell somebody, where are you coming from and what have you accomplished, that's your story right there. And what how your experiences have shaped you, that is your story right there. So you have to be able to create exactly you and put it into a statement to tell the world who you are and everything, all the amazing things that you can do. And it will help you communicate your strength. That is so important, because you need to learn your qualities. You need to tell the world what makes you an expert in what you do. And then last, and the most important is to be able to market yourself. So marketing your story, you need to remember that your story is who you are, and it's the message that you're telling the world. So every word you say and everything that you communicate and do is a message that you're sending to the world, right? So just as the companies always protect their product, you need to protect your reputation, because when you are developing a personal brand, your reputation is the product that you're telling the world, hey, this is me, and this is what I'm good at, and this is why I need you to hire me.
Okay. So know your brand. Start by asking yourself following questions. Who am I? You are the only person in this planet that knows what you like, dislike, and what motivates you to become successful. What are my values? What do you believe is important in the way you live and work? They should determine your priorities. Another one would be, what do I want the world to know about me? What type of message do I want to send out in my brand? The last one would be, what do I do to bring value? What can you contribute to a team, a group, or to a relationship? So what you bringing to the table. Okay.
Another important point is that you need to know your competitors and you need to know your audience. What does it mean that you need to know your competitors? Yes, you need to know what other people are learning and grab that, come to yourself and say, okay, how can I learn this and how can I make it better? Because you always need to be one step ahead of everyone else if you need to stand out or if you want to stand out. So know your audience and your target audience. This is practically a step that we always take for granted or we don't even think about, because you have to visualize, like, your audience is your future boss, your future colleagues, your future kids that you're going to be teaching, the people that one day you're going to be taking care of, you're going to be a nurse. So that is your audience. So you always want to make sure that the message that you're saying is adequate to the people that you want to work with, okay? So I'm going to show you one example, and we took this sample because we thought it was really simple. So there is a coach, like let me see, a coaching professional, like a life coach professional, and her ideal target audience is, of course, people that she wants to work with, but she wants these people to value the work that she does and to like the services that she provides, because otherwise, if she doesn't have that, then she's not going to feel like she doesn't belong into that place, or she's going to feel like, well, I don't really like this, so I don't really want to work with this population. So you have to be able to know your audience. You need to be able to know what population you're talking to and how you're going to talk to them and the language that you're going to use before you create your brand.
So determine your brand objectives. Ask yourself 2 key questions to help determine your brand objectives. What is it that you want your brand to do for your company, and what do you want others to know and say about your products or services? And some sample objectives might include watching out for your social media. Be careful what you write. It's so easy to just post and not even think that it's going to come back. It might haunt you, but be careful what you post on social media, and developing a professional profile also, such as LinkedIn. And I just recently found out about this, so it's pretty easy and it looks pretty professional. It's really good. Okay, and I'm gonna pass it over again to Angie.
Angie.
Unmute yourself.
Sorry. Okay, so now that we have given you a little overview of what personal branding is, we're going to give you a few tools that can help you create your personal brand. And we're going to talk about a SWOT analysis. This will be a personal SWOT analysis, creating a personal statement, and yes, creating an elevator speech. Okay, so a SWOT analysis, this is a tool usually used by businesses. So every company has this because they need to know their strength, their weakness, their opportunities, and their threats. So how can they improve? But this one specifically is a personal SWOT analysis. So we are going to examine our strengths, right? Analyze our strengths. So that means, what advantage do you have that other people don't have? Okay, we're gonna examine our weaknesses. What tasks do you usually avoid because you really don't feel confident doing them? Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we're like, oh yeah, well, you know, I don't want to do this project because I'm not really good at it. And you need to be able to know that. And then opportunities, one new technology can help you, or can you get help from others or from people on the internet? So like, can a mentor help you develop yourself? And how can you grow like that? And then threats, what obstacles do you currently face at work or at school that prevent you from doing what you really want to do to accomplish those goals that you really want to accomplish? So this tool is a very powerful tool, and it can help you uncover opportunities that you will not otherwise have really spotted on, or by understanding your weakness. And then it can manage and eliminate that threat that might otherwise hurt your ability to succeed or move forward.
Okay, personal statement. Personal statement is a brand. It's what sets you apart from other competitors in your field. You're not just another copywriter, speaker, marketer, or whatever it is you do for work. You're a unique individual with a combination of skills, experience, and a message that separates you from the crowd. Your personal statement should include, who are you? Who am I? Why am I here? Like, why? Why am I here? What can I offer? And what would I love to learn more about? So that would be your personal statement. And an elevator speech. An elevator speech is a brief story of your personal brand with the intent to create a positive emotional reaction. It should be brief so that people understand your value quickly. Something a minute, under a minute. Tell your life in a minute, but personal life, not personal life, professional life. And why should they hire you? What should they get you compared to, like, if there's like 50 other people trying to get that one spot, why you? Why? Well, tell me your brand. And this is an example that we found, and it got first place this year. Let's see if you guys can hear it and play it. Or maybe it's not gonna play for us, even though we loaded it. Well, an example would be, let's say, oh, okay, it's going.
Wait, push pause. Whose window is it playing from? Angie or Kenya's?
For the past 7 years, I've been dedicated to discovering how to protect the planet and everything within it. My experience in environmental action and business management is what has led me to your company today. I know, just as well as you do, that your team can be a force of good towards a future that's not only better, but thriving. Through my opportunities in education, I have learned to lower high operation costs while mitigating our ecological impact. That's saving money while saving the environment. And while my true passion is people and the planet, saving money is a great side effect. In all seriousness, we can no longer continue a business as usual. If we do, everything we know will be threatened. That's why your company can and must make a difference. I would be honored in joining your team to be a force of good towards a future that's not only better, but thriving.
That was an example, short and sweet, got to the point.
And she won first place for it. All right, so we have a little challenge for you. As the end of our presentation, Kenya and I want to challenge you to complete your framework, to build your story, to tell the world what sets you apart from the crowd, to share your expertise and tell them what you are really good at. And most important, to create your future by setting your goals. Where do you want to go? Tell the world, where do you want to go? And how do you fit into the company that you really want to be part of? So that's all we have for you. Do you have any questions?
All right, no questions. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.